Hello, everyone. I have some huge news that I noticed as I was getting off stream last time. And that is one of my shrimps is pregnant. I'll cut back here. I don't know if we could see her, but one of them has a clutch of eggs under her tail. I don't see her right now, but we're going to have some baby shrimp here pretty soon. That's pretty cool. Really cool thing about Hawaiian red shrimp. They're also called volcano shrimp. Ope'ula is also like a common name for them. But so they're the least maintenance intense pet that you can possibly have for a living animal, honestly. You feed them about once a month, and individual shrimps, not the colony, but individual shrimps will live for 20 years. It looks like I have a laser pointer at my head. Yeah, I got this stupid astronaut thing that like projects lasers and like this thing back here. I got a Target. It was like $25, and I think it pizzazzes up the background a little bit, but it also shines lasers very close to my head. Anyway, shrimp, right? And they live in like brackish water. They can be, somewhere in between full salt water, somewhere between full fresh water. Anywhere in between there, they'll pretty much breed. And once they I got 20 to start with. And once they kind of reach, it gets too crowded in their tank, they just stop breeding. They have like a totally self-regulating population until, decades later, enough of them die. And then they just start fucking again. It's really cool. So this tank I have, I think it's like a 5-gallon tank, I think. It'll hold around 100 shrimp, and I have 20 in there right now, so it should be pretty full. How's everyone doing? There's more of you here than I thought there would be. There's more of you here than when I did Helldivers, which is interesting. Lily, hello, welcome, man. Raider, Fraz, Miguel, Parker, happy to see you back. Thank you. Glad to be back. I definitely miss the whole YouTube thing over the last few months. The Xbox PC, hello. You're playing Pokemon? Which Pokemon? Because, Game Freak has dropped the ball incredibly hard over the last... Arceus, Legends Arceus was like a step in the right direction, and then Scarlet and Violet is just... Those games could be so much better. It is a AAA developer for the biggest media franchise on the world, and their games look like they're made by like a student in college. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's just they could be doing a lot better on the same console that's running like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Also, Pokemon is too demanding to have NPCs more than 20 feet away from you. It's ridiculous. Raider, go make the mission file. What's today? It's Thursday, huh? Yeah, that's coming up. You better get on that. Anyway, so I'm just going to have some computer time here today. There's a couple of things I wanted to do, and I figured I might as well stream it. Have someone to kind of talk through it with. On the to-do list, I want to make a short. It's a short that I'm actually surprised I haven't made yet. It is from... What's it from? It's from one of my videos that features VTOL. It might be the Apache. It's not the F-14. I don't think it might be the F-16 actually. Anyway, it's like a Harlem Shake video. that I made, and I just want to make a short out of it because I haven't done it yet. I just realized chat is not up here. There we go. I don't know why chat wasn't up there. So yeah, I want to make that. You were in the AH-94? Okay. I can't remember what video that was for, but it was one of them. Yeah, I want to make a short out of that. Then I talked about this in the Discord earlier today. For VTOL, how is it that we do not have custom helmet liveries? That seems like the biggest no-brainer to me. You know, you'd see it in lobbies, you see it in SCAM. Half the vehicles in the game now have multi-crew functionality. Your crew would see it. I can't believe that it's just not a thing. You would see helmets more than you see vehicle liveries. I would want to say, right? So somewhere in my vast collection of 3D models, I'm pretty sure I have a pilot model from VTOL. So I want to rip the helmet from that, make a custom livery for it, make a render of it, and then post that on the VTOL subreddit, talking about that. Like, how is this not a thing, right? And then there was something else I wanted to do, and I can't remember for the life of me. So we're going to do those two things, see how long that takes, and kind of just go from there, hang out. I don't know if I'm actually going to actually play any video games here today. So we might just be chilling. That's the idea anyway. All right, first thing we're going to do, we're going to make it short. I use Sony Vegas Pro 13 that I pirated in 2008, maybe. Does it have a copyright down on here? I didn't see it. It is a very old program, but you know, I know it really well. I really like the UI. I like it more than Premiere. I've tried Premiere, but brother gets some new software. Holy moly! The newer version of Sony Vegas is like kind of ass. It's kind of a poop from a butt, from what I understand. My biggest gripe about this older version is that there's no dark mode, so it kind of sucks to work on at night. But other than that, I love it. It's great. It's got everything that I need to do stuff. All right, and then we need to find our video, which that doesn't need to be there. Should be in here somewhere. There it is. Boom, Harlem Shake. Oh wait, before I do that, to get it to flip over to vertical rather than fuck with the settings, as to import a vertical video. Boom, there you go. Now the output is in vertical. It's still gray, yeah, but it's not like, you know, it's not like Discord dark, you know. It's not like my File Explorer dark. So now we have that. We have the vertical output set. And then we bring in the file that we actually want to do. And then I can just put that over here. What we do now is we're going to copy and paste that. And we're going to get rid of that second audio track. And we can just delete this now. TBH. There we go. So now we have the vertical video right there. But this looks kind of ass, right? Like we could just upload it like this, but is that the lore accurate A10 incident? It is. That is the Trav GIF. Hang on, I have it right here. Here we go. There you go. That's that one. This might be one of the best the best GIF I've ever made. So yeah, now we have our video right here, right? But this looks kind of ass, right? Like with the black on top. That ain't it. So first of all, I have it actually. Hold up, I have a screen for this. VR both screens. I just gotta change the speaker to that. There you go. Now you can see my other screen here. So this is like your keyframe editing and like your cropping tool and stuff like that. The wave of nostalgia, the first few notes of Harlem Shake. Pull out Shade bombing Adam. I don't have a GIF of that. Someone else made that. So we're gonna right click, match output aspect, because the output aspect is like this cell phone bullshit, right? So which is literally just 1920 1080 16 by 9, but turn side. I actually think it's 2K, right? Yeah, it's 1440p, but sideways. And now you can see we have it kind of like here, and you can kind of shape this to be where you want it. So we're just gonna kind of go a little bigger. There we go. You can't see the AV42 though. Maybe we'll scooch it over a little bit, kind of like yoink. There we go. That's a little too far. We should keep it center, actually. Oh, whoops. Center. And then I am gonna scooch it up just because when you like do it on YouTube, right? Like there's like the text and bullshit down here at the bottom of the screen, which we don't really want. And then, actually, since I scooched this over, it's not exactly the same. So we're gonna scooch that back over. And now this guy, we are going to kind of fill like that, so it's got the background going. Boom, like that. So the background doesn't look boring. Then we're gonna add an effect, which is gonna be Gaussian blur, which is just like kind of like a fake synthetic blur that adds to it, so it's not as distracting in the background, right? You sent me the Adam GIF and DMs. Right, hold up. Let's go back to one screen here. Bro, what is this postage stamp size? What is this resolution? Jesus Christ. Holy hell. Right, so this looks pretty good. That's the way Shade made it. This looks pretty good, right? But then I usually like to add like something either at the top or bottom. So I'll probably just honestly throw my logo on there. Yeah. We'll just throw this bad boy on here. And then we're going to do the same thing. Crop it out, match the output aspect, and then just kind of put it where we want it on the screen. There we go. That looks pretty good. Make sure the ending looks okay. Yep, all right. And then we highlight the whole thing. This is your loop area right here. You see this, like, you know, bracket around where we did it. If I click off, these brackets still remain. And then we're gonna render it. I'm rendering it as a short, which renders it in like the vertical aspect ratio. The main render is the exact same thing, but just like traditional horizontal. And we're gonna name it Harlem Shake Short, and hit render. And this screen right here is so much of my life. Just watching this bar fill up. Sometimes I go to bed because this is what? This is like a 30-second video, if that. And it's gonna take, you know, close to a minute or two to render out. Imagine when it's a 35-minute video with a lot more. If you use like higher resolution stuff, the rendering slows down. If you use time-lapse stuff that's compressed, like sped up, it has to render essentially that sped up stuff at its original time, not its time that it's going at. So for like that shrimp short that I did, that time lapse was like over 4 hours, and I can only speed things up to a degree of ×4. So if I want to speed things up ×8, I have to speed it up by 4, render that out as a new video, import it, speed that up by 4, render that out as a new video. Now it's 8 times speed. I had to do that. That's like that's 18 or 21 times, or 22 times speed. I forget that shrimp video, but I had to render it out several times. And the first pass took overnight. It took like 6-7 hours. We're almost there. The thrilling stuff you see editing videos. It's a lot of progress bars filling up. There we go, and it's done. I usually have it render out to the desktop. So we got Harlem Shake Short right here. Yeah, the shrimp rendering sucked, and it like I said, it took several times to do. Let's see. Let's get a YouTube tab open here. And I'm gonna be smart this time. And actually copy and paste that before I start uploading, because I always forget to do that. All right. Create a video. Don't delete all your videos. Yeah. If I did that again, I think I'd just quit. That would probably be it for me. I'm clearly not cut out for this YouTube thing. Drag that bad boy in there. Now, if it's in vertical aspect ratio and like under 3 minutes, it'll automatically upload as a short. What are we gonna name it? What year was the Harlem Shake? What year was the Harlem Shake? 2013. All right. Who remembers? I can spell. 2013. There you go. Paste the Patreon, the Discord, all that stuff. This doesn't go in a playlist. It is not made for children. It doesn't have any of these. I'm a terrible typist. I'm very slow at typing. I have to look. I can probably blind type, but I look. I did rate my video. Yeah, okay, thank you. You son of a bitch. Maybe it's just lagging. Whatever. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, and public. There we go. Publish. Boom. That's a video. At least I'm not. Yeah. I use multiple fingers, but yeah. Put a towel over my keyboard? Absolutely not. So there you go. That's a short publish. It's that easy. I am incredibly proud of this short. I think the editing with the color changing and the blurring on the bass drops, mwah, beautiful. And everyone who participated in this video did an excellent job. The quality looks like it's a little shit right now. Usually when you just upload stuff, it has to like process. Flan is peak. I love Flan. Jesse, I don't know if I told you, but my neighbor is Venezuelan, doesn't speak any English. He's a caterer, and he brings me food, and he brought us Flan like 2 weeks ago. It was so good. Delicious. Yeah, all the pilots that participated in this, you did an excellent job. It was a little tough getting everybody in there, but we did get it. I got all the aircraft that I wanted in there, and I think it came out fantastic. So thank you. I know at least one of you, Miguel, I think, was in here earlier. Did I send a picture? Okay, I did. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Left a comment already. We got comments. Sick short dude. Excellent comment. You know what? There you go. Heart. Appreciate it. There you go. That's one thing off the to-do list. Is there anything in here that I want to watch? Right? Reaction streams. That's a thing. Who saw these? These are cool. This new belt fed upper. This thing is sick nasty. It's supposed to be like half the price of the what's the other one? The Fight Light, I think it is. Apparently I have mutual friends with this guy. He keeps popping up in my Facebook like recommended. I have like 3 mutual friends with him. It's funny. I like Micah a lot more than Garantham. That's just me. Anyway, we did that, and now we're gonna store this away in the shorts folder. Boom. There you go. The ATF just they just settled on FRTs. Like, it's been a number of months now, but FRTs are legal, 100% legal. I have one in the garage downstairs. Take care, Fraz. Thanks for hanging out. Micah is one of the only gun tubers that's actually funny. PSR is hilarious. I love that man. He also just did a video on that upper. They like sent out a bunch of samples to gun tubers to check out. James Reeves is okay. He's all right. He's kind of dry. They were both. James was on. Oh wait, no. James Reeves is the lawyer dude. I'm thinking of someone else. Who's the other Garantham guy? Charlie. I don't like Charlie that much. James Reeves is pretty cool though. All right. So next, I want to find my VTOL. My VTOL helmet, so I can make a Reddit post. This might be tough. Oh, VTOL, here we go. Hold up. Is it in here? This is all textures, it looks like. Oh no, yeah, there's an FBX. Hold up, this might be it. This might be. I do not like Brandon Herrera. I think he is a chode. Not a fan. If that AK-50 ever comes out, though, I will buy one because I think that is cool, but I do not like Brandon Herrera. When he was running for office, not to get political, all right? People tell me don't be political on here, but I'm a pretty political person. When he supported Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz, I remember him name dropping them, that he was like meeting with them to talk about something. That was my big out. And I'd kind of been off and on for a little bit. The first time I was like, that's not great, dude, was at peak COVID. He did a sponsor read for fake masks, like masks that you could breathe through. So you're like, if somewhere required masks, you'd be wearing one. You'd be like, oh no, I'm wearing one. But it didn't do shit. That was kind of a line for me. And I remember unsubbing then and then resubbed because I got over it. I was like, okay, whatever. He's, a dumbass. But then the hanging out with Matt Gaetz, I can't look that way. That's just me. Let's see. Is it here? It's loading. All right, that's a lot of bones. Bones and no mesh. Yankee with no brim. Is it just small? What if we just delete the bones? Yep, there it is. It is kind of small. Is he in there? Oh yeah, yep, he's in there. All right. There's like all the LODs here too. And then let's rotate him. This is what I was looking for. All right, I'm gonna get rid of that. There we go. That's the helmet. Oh man, like everything's here. Everything's here. Here we go. Let's hide all that stuff, right? And then get rid of everything else. There's two visors. Which one is higher resolution? Okay, I don't think I need that one. There we go. Join all that shit. You know how Android thinks this emoji is pudding? That's funny. It's closer to like custard, right? And then we're gonna center this bad boy. And we're gonna reset the origin. I don't know the Blender hotkeys. Do 3D cursor. There we go. Scale that up a bit. Boom. Look at that. That's a helmet right there. So now we are going to materialize this. Actually, let's look at what's the UV look like. It's all over the place. Of course it is. Actually, other than that, is it all over the place? Yeah, still a little bit. Alrighty. I want to disclaimer this for anyone who does actually know Blender in the chat right now. I'm bad at Blender. Certainly not good at Blender. But I know enough to kind of do some stuff. Man, I kind of want to 3D print this. I best make a Luigi hand. It's, you know, it's harder. It's harder than it looks. It's harder than it looks. All right. Well, let's start with what we know. I always like to capitalize my my materials. Or you know what? Let's make this metal. Making the first material metal is nice because it's usually the little things that I want to be metallic, and this way I don't have to go searching for them later, right? So pretty much anything left over will just be like a little metallic piece. All right, so this is going to be glass. Bring down that roughness. Oh, whoops. Sign. There we go. These colors are also just like a placeholder. These are by no means final. This is just so I can kind of get an idea of what we're doing. Next, we're gonna need some leather, right? Leather's kind of brown, right? That's kind of brown. Yeah. So that'll be leather. That'll be leather. This. Oh, this is a. Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, let's hide the helmet here, so we can get a little bit better look inside. That didn't help at all. Hide you too. There we go. That'll be leather. Okay. Why? All right, hold up. This always bothers me, right? Like this and this are two different things, right? Which means that right here, this is two vertices overlapping. See how I've selected this vertice, but it's only selecting this one. It's not selecting this one. And Baja does this a lot. And I don't understand why like this isn't just one piece. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna collapse these, merge. I think it's collapse. Nope, it's not that. It's by distance. Yes, there we go. And then the normals kind of get fucked up here, right? Like, see that? So then, oh, geez, don't do that. What is it? Geometry data, clear. There we go. So now, if I go up, it selects that whole thing. That's so much easier. And I'm not sure why a lot of his models are like that, but they are. All right, so this is gonna be, I'm just gonna make this color 1 because I'm not sure what this is gonna be yet, but this will be like primary color. And then this will be secondary color. And we'll just make that, it'll be yellow. It'll be piss yellow. Again, we're just kind of getting this stuff set up. And if you're going to do helmet liveries, honestly, like this and this, that's all you would need to do. Everything else can stay stock. You know, because a lot of stuff on like the planes, like the landing gear, for example, you can't do a custom livery for that. It's just certain parts. So for helmet, you just need boom, boom, done. Everything else, just keep the textures the same. But we're gonna do a full custom texture of this just for the fun of it. Okay, now this whole thing will select, so that's nice. Sign. We'll make that leather too, just because I think that might kind of look cool. These are usually like red, so here, and they're like kind of like a shiny red, I want to say. And then we'll make this something else. Make it kind of like, there we go. Yeah. We're gonna need a black, just like a plastic black kinda. My keyboard is dying and it keeps triple typing B and M, which when I was playing Arma was super irritating because I'd like try and pull up the map and it'll like open it and close it 3 times. Yeah, that'll be black. And then we'll do like a gray too. So let's see, that'll be gray. That'll be gray. These will be gray. And those will be gray. And we'll do those too. These straps can be metal. That shit can be metal. That shit can be metal. Yeah. Boom. There we go. We have a materialed out helmet now. We do have to change up the UV for it though, which is unfortunate because, and again, so the part that we would need livery support for is that and that. Just let us edit this texture. Baja. That's all we need. And it'd be fine. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna grab a screenshot of this right now real quick for my Reddit post. That looks like shit. Like half the toolbars in. We'll do like that. No, nope, that also looks like shit because that stuff's there. There we go. That looks good. Save that somewhere. Beautiful. All right. So now we need to re-edit this. What I used to do, right, when I was bad at Blender, is I'd be like, okay, I have to UV edit this. I would manually make my UV maps by like manually selecting like a seam like that and then hitting mark seam like that, and then boom, there's a seam. So when I unwrap it, it'll unwrap like as an edge, which is, it would take hours, especially on like a full like armored Mandalorian model, which is kind of what I specialized in. It would take forever. It was the worst. But now I learned you can hit all, Smart UV project, unwrap, and it just fucking does it all for you in like 3 clicks. When I found that out, when I learned about that feature, I was like actually upset. This is a little fucky. That is a little fucky. See this overlapping here? That's not great. What is that? It's got to be like one of these. No? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's that. I'm debating if that's worth trying to fix for the sake of a Reddit post. Let's try that. Can I fix it? Yes, that fixed it. Okay. All right. That'll work. Cool. This all... this is a little fucky, though. And that's probably, like... No? It's got to be something circular. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just... Did I just not have it all selected? That was weird. I like to kind of give... Every time I unwrap it, I kind of like to give it a little once over just to see if anything broke. Nope, that looks good. Yeah, still a little broken. That guy. You know what? We're just going to see what it looks like. And worst case scenario, I can take a picture from this side where you can't really see that one. All right, so we got unwrapped. We are going to export this as an FBX to there. VTOL helmet export. Now we can open Substance Painter, which I bought on Steam, so I don't have to pay a subscription to use it. Definitely worth. Why are you down there? All right. New. We're gonna do this in 4K. There we go. All right. All right. There's our helmet. Looking pretty good. First thing we're gonna do is bake the mesh maps in. If I'm being honest, not 100% sure what this does. I just know it makes it look nice. It kind of adds like the ambient occlusion and stuff, like adds it into the texture. It always makes it look so much nicer when you apply the materials. I'm a little concerned there's that seam in the middle of the visor here, but we'll see how it turns out once we actually put something on there. And the more materials you have, the longer this takes. The more complex the model is, the longer this takes. There we go. All right. turn to paint mode. So see, now you have like these kind of nice contact shadows and everything like that. So now we're gonna drag some stuff onto it. First thing, we'll do the visor, which is right there. This visor kind of there's two visors in the like default here. One is like perfectly clear or clean, right? While that looks nice, it doesn't look particularly grounded. This one, see, it's got like some grit along the edges and stuff like that. Looks a little bit better. There you go, that's that. Next we're gonna do black. I really like Steel Gun Matte here because it adds little scratches and stuff around the seams. Kind of gives it some dynamicism. Now in a perfect world, the seam would be there, but the auto seam kind of, you know, fucked with it a little bit. A better example is like over here. See, along the edges of the geometry, you get like a little scratch. I just think it looks really nice. And then we're going to do the same thing for the gray, but we are going to come into the material properties over here. Advanced parameters. Yeah, here we go. And we're going to change that metal color, make it a little bit lighter. So now it still has all the same properties of like the scratches and all that, but two-tone. Just looks a little better. What else we got? We got leather. Let's find a nice leather here. I'm a big fan of leather sofa, if I'm remembering correctly. Ooh, yeah. Look at those wrinkles. That looks nice. That looks nice. The metallic red for the visor switches up here. It's a little too shiny almost. Let's bring up the roughness a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Vipa, hello, welcome. For the metal, I like Steel Bright. It's kind of dull. We can try and bring that up a little bit. Make that a little bit more shiny. There we go. Steel Bright's probably like one of my favorite of the base metal materials in here. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. And now all we are left with is the part that we want to customize. VTOL VR helmet. Yes, I am going to make a post in the VTOL subreddit about why no helmet liveries yet. Kind of crazy, right? I have my swatches over here. Let me pull those up. It's in my VTOL liveries folder. Here we go. So these are just like some colors I have here so that I can pick from them for when I add some stuff. So let's start with, again, we're gonna go Steel Gun. I'm gonna put that on there. I like Steel Gun as just a base material, and then I can go through and change that color. See, sometimes, I don't know why. I might be dumb. But sometimes there's two colors and sometimes there's one. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. We're going to make this front part tan. Like that. And we're actually going to make the back part tan too. But we're going to add a little something on there. We're going to add a couple of things, actually. So we're going to go to textures. We're going to go Cambo Woodland. We're going to put that on there. We want triplanar. There we go. It's a little small. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There we go. That looks good. And then if you were here for my other stream the other day, you might remember that we can change these colors to make it multicam. Actually, I don't like that one. There we go. And then I'm going to make that just a little bit transparent. 90% transparent. Just so the helmet texture underneath can kind of shine through. Cool. That looks good. Next, we're going to add my signature. There we go. White stripes. Base color. All right. So here, first let's scale these up a little bit. There we go. Should I have them on the back or should I have them on the front? The front might look cooler, actually. Yeah, I think we're going to do them on the front. So let's get rid of that. But we will do, I think it's under name. Yep, there we go. We'll put our name on the back. And by our, I mean me. And now you can do a cool thing here. I forget how to do this. Actually, you know what? We might just here. First, let's even it up here. I want to make sure penetration depth is all the way through. That is important. Tiling, rotation, 3D projection. Here we go. I want to make sure it is dead even. I guess this doesn't matter, but yeah. 180, 0, 180. There we go. And now we can kind of mess with it a little bit. Oh, Jesus. Did the scale reset or something? Or is this just the projection depth? Yeah, the projection depth is all wonky. Oh no, I'm editing a vertice. That's what I'm doing. I just want to grab the whole thing. There we go. All right, and then we'll scooch it down. There we go. That looks all right. I really don't need this. All right, that's there. And now we'll do the front, and we will do the stripes. Same kind of thing. We're going to make sure it is all zeroed out in terms of its transformations. didn't want to 0 that. There we go, 180. All right. There we go. Scale it up here. Projection depth. You want to max out so it actually wraps around there. Scale it up a little bit more. And as I am wont to do, kind of offset it. A little bit more. There we go. And last thing, get the logo on there. Let's see. And now for the rotation, we kind of want, oh yeah. Let's make sure we projection depth that all the way. If you like move your mouse out of this window, you can't type it in anymore, which is the biggest pain. Okay, then that's the one I want to play with, kind of, then. Try and get that as upright as possible. All right. Blender, I hardly know her. All right, that's a custom helmet livery. Now, we're going to make some renders of it. Rather than put it back into Blender, Substance Painter actually has a pretty good renderer built in. There's a couple of different scenes, though. Let's pick a different one. If they want to load. Here we go. I think this one's like a studio. Yeah. And we'll just get a couple of glamour shots here. Woodland, that is multicam, sir. And this is just an example, but I think I probably would center those stripes if I was making this for real. My dumb F4 It's all right. It works in many environments. Screenshot of that one. What a productive evening we've had here today. This has been great. I think that's probably all the shots we need, honestly, right? We got the front from both sides and the rear. And I got the example in Blender of what we would actually need. I think we're good. I think we're Gucci. Yeah, all right. That's that. I don't even need to save this. I got my renders. Alrighty. Let's make a Reddit post. Alrighty. I spell liveries right. Oh, that would help. Yes. Yeah. I just want to make sure I get it right. That's all. Oh, now I have to save all these images. Oh, am I saving them as the full resolution? I hope I am. Here we go. 1, 2. Yes. 3. And 4. Cool. Seems like an easy and huge W. All that would be needed by the plat. Jesus. Highlighted portions on the 4th image. Jesus Christ. Typing on camera, literally all your skill goes out the window. Not that I have that much typing skill. I guess no flare. It's optional, right? No, it's required. All right, picture. All that would be needed to be editable. The highlighted portions on the first image. Yep. All right, posting. I guess that's it. Oh, you know what? That's what I was gonna do. What time is it? How long have I been going here? I've been going a little bit over an hour. I will start the AV42 livery. That's what I wanted to get going. Do I not have it exported? Hold up. I must. Maybe not. All right, that's we gotta find that then. Let's do some digging. I can get rid of all this. VTOL VR. There we go. livery reference. AV42C. There we go. All right. Now that's in. SPX. VTOL liveries. AV42C. Here we go. All right. Yeah, right. I don't need that one at all. And then set origin to the cursor. There we go. Okay. All right, and this is basically the same thing we just did, but with the helmet. We're gonna start off with metal. The whole thing shiny. Now this one, it is important though. We cannot at all fuck with this. This needs to remain exactly the same. Otherwise, it just won't work. Because people can, you can make liveries in Photoshop by pulling up this this livery reference. Although this looks, there's some overlap there that I feel like shouldn't be there. Oh no, I guess it should. Okay, never mind. Because you can get livery references as, just JPEGs and color them over in Photoshop or Paint or whatever. Whatever image you put on in this format will carry over. So we cannot fuck with any of this. Can't re-UV map it. Luckily, Baja kind of knows what he's doing. So for the most part, we don't need to worry about it. All we got to do is just play coloring here. So, a couple of things I know I'm going to want. I don't know why that's... Oh, because we did that earlier. So, the belly will be blue. I know that. The top will be camo. I know that. Try and get like kind of a beige thing going here. There we go. There will be some black. I think that's it. I think it's usually just 4 that I do. Because all the other stuff I add in decals, just like I did on the helmet. So yeah, pretty much everything that I don't touch will remain metal. So let's get some sky blue belly going. So I'm a big fan of that aesthetic, the blue undertone. I know it's not that effective. I just think it looks neat. Oh, is this the top 2? Okay, we can fix that later, but for now we're gonna... Hey, maybe the wings... Maybe we just keep the whole wings camo, right? Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at already coming along. I know where we're gonna put the logo on the doors. 100%. Logos are going on the doors. What did I do over there? Yep. These engine cowlings here, these will, like this part, that's gonna stay metal. So is all that like interior bit kind of. And then I like to do like some little accent stuff as black. Like we'll do that as black. Keep the antenna metal. Typically directly around the cockpit, I've been doing black. This one's kind of unique because a significant portion of like this interior is controlled by the livery, which in other aircraft it is not. So I kind of have my choice here. I think I'm just going to make it black though. I think that'll be like the least distracting. Maybe we'll leave this like strut here. We'll leave that metal. Yeah, like there's a significant portion of the interior here that it's letting us like dictate, which other aircraft you do not get. So not that I'm complaining. It's just unique. This is the first one though, so. Oh, this is where the targeting pod rests. All right, yeah, we'll leave that part black. That's fine. This is where the gun goes. Yeah, we should just make all this blue. RCS will stay metal. Can I do the insides as black? Yeah. Oh, no, I can't do that part. But I can do like this bit. We'll do these as black. There we go. Just so it doesn't clash with the interior too much. And the problem with the VTOL 2 is that all you can upload is like the base color. You can't actually get like material properties, so like roughness, height maps, metallic, that kind of stuff. So you're just kind of stuck with the color, which means everything that's metal will actually pretty much just be white. And you know, not the worst thing. It can still read as metal, but I wish we could actually have like some material properties as well. That'd be cool. VTOL VR Osprey thingy skin. Yeah, this is the first VTOL aircraft. This is the VTOL in VTOL VR. Yeah, those will be. We'll make those blue. These should be camo. These interior like control surfaces, I like to leave those metal. We'll make these black. That might look kind of cool. A little black accent. That'll be blue. Let's see. Yeah, this whole part should definitely be camo for sure. Oh, whoops. That should be camo. I guess the inside and the outside match? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh, but you know what? This bottom bit should also be blue. And yeah, that should that. There we go. Keeping symmetry is a little tricky. It's actually going very quick. This is going a lot quicker than the the Wasp did. This like side bit for the air brake, I'm gonna make that black too. I did that on the Wasp, and I thought it came out super cool looking. And then maybe like the superstructures here. We can make these black too. Oh, but the sides are Baja Y. No, I didn't want that. I wanted everything but that. Actually. I'm sure he has a good reason for doing it, maybe like damage model or something like that, but it's annoying for me in Blender. All right, and then we'll make down here black too, but we'll leave these little bits metal. Yeah. Man, the one little triangle on this whole back piece too. That's for control surfaces. We'll leave that metal. All right. Or no. What did I do there? That is still metal. All right, we're gonna have to actually come in here, manually select these faces. Oh, that one's already metal. Okay. Although I did want. Yep. Come on. All right. Back in there. Camo. And then we'll just have to go back here and do this again. Yeah, make those metal. Okay. There we go. These like pivoting parts and these outside scoops are actually, we'll make that part camo. But the rim right there we'll make black. There we go. Alrighty, we're closing in on this, honestly. This is fast approaching. Yeah, we'll get this too. Nice. The interior of the engine cowling here, that can, or actually, hold up. Yeah, I want to make sure that's, it looked like that piece was metal. Is it over here? Yes, it is. All right, that looks good. And then just the pylons, I think, is the last thing. Oh, the fuel port here. We'll make the interior bit of the fuel port black. That seems kind of fitting. I did that on something else, and I liked the way it looked. There we go. All right, so pylons, are these a pain in the ass? Yes, they are. So there you go. We'll do everything but the actual rails on the bottom here. Do we make them camo or black, though? I think they look pretty hard in black. If I'm being real about it, they look pretty hard in black. This should be blue. I think that's it. That was a lot quicker than I thought it would be, honestly. That looks really good. All right. So now, file, export as an FBX. 8042, export. Cool. Back to Substance Painter. The first comment on my post says, "Y'all can't be trusted." I feel like we're past that though, right? Like the fact that there's custom liveries already, and there's terms of service already. We're way past that. This doesn't matter, I think. 42. Put it on 4K. There we go. And bake the mesh. Same deal it was before. How long have we been going? Hour and a half. Yeah, once we get this kind of blocked out and applied to the actual thing, we're gonna call this a night because I gotta wake up so early. Shit, which one do I usually like? Is it Steel Gun Painted or is it Steel Gun Matte? I used Steel Gun Matte earlier. I think it's Steel Gun Painted. Yeah. And there we go. Okay. So there's all the base stuff on. That metal looks like shit though. Is there something going wrong with the... No, I guess not. Whatever. All right. Let's change this up. Do I still have my swatches open? I do. Nice. All right. Belly. Belly. There we go. And remember, it's going to look like this. This is the actual file that we're uploading. But this looks cooler while we're sitting here. Black, could leave that. And then camo. Up. Up. There we go. All right. Textures. Triplanar. Make it multicam. Bring that down to 90. So we can see some of the scratches and stuff underneath. Make it look cool. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. That looks great. I'm digging that. Next Armor stream when? Not playing Armor at the moment. Sorry to say. Just honestly don't have time for it. Started a new job, the new dog. Gotta pick your battles. All right. Stripes. Probably gonna put the stripes. Oh, wait a minute. Is this fucked up? Did I miss this? No, I didn't miss this. It's just fucked up. Is this just missing from the... No, it's there. I wonder why that is not applying correctly. It should be. It just isn't. Interesting. Yeah, it's missing right here too. I mean, there's not much I can do about that. Yes, that is my signature. Along with these. Yeah, something like that. I don't care so much about that. I do care about this. 90, negative 180, 0. There we go. Projection depth. Cool. That looks good. Scooch him over a smidge. If I can line them up with the pylons here, that might look sick. There we go. That looks good. And then I think it's under PFD. Yep. Base color. Yeah, right on the door. Oh, Jesus. Come on. There we go. And then is that projection depth all the way through? Yes, it is. And now we can just Control C, Control V, and scooch it on over. Yep. There we go. Equal on both doors. All right, now we got to put my name somewhere. I guess we put it right here. All right, rotation. Oh, that looks like ass. Okay, well, let's just zero it all out here. See what that looks like. Okay. That looks right. That looks right. And then maybe scooch it up a little bit. Where you draw people's username and graffiti style, that'd be cool. I know like that graffiti type is it's definitely a skill. Make it a little smaller here. There we go. I think that's it. Oh, it looks so much better there. It looks so much better there. Would you want me to do that for you? I'm okay. That's not really my style. I kind of have my aesthetic locked in, and that's just, you know, not what it is. Not knocking it or anything, but it's just not where I have my brand, you know. That looks sick. All right, let's export this shit. So we just need the base color. We don't need any of these other maps. We're gonna put this on the desktop. And we need with alpha, transparent, zero dilation. Export. Oh, did it do everything? Hold up. Did it do everything? It fucking did. I told you not to do everything. I very specific. Oh, it's because I changed it. That's why. Okay. Yeah, they're all back because I changed the preset. That's why. There we go. Export. Cool. All right. So now we open up a new one, but we select the actual livery reference. There we go. And now we don't need to bake or anything here. And then we just drop this shit in as a base color. Did black not go? Why is black not working? That ain't great. There's quite a bit of black that I wanted on there. Right? Yep. It's there. It ain't there though. It's around that edge. Did I mess this up somehow? All right, easy fix. Check it out. We're gonna have to bake again because we actually gotta make the materials. I guess we don't have to, but oh, you know what we can do? Hold up. Hold up. All right. We'll bake this. And then we can just apply the black underneath everything, which will actually make it significantly easier. People are not responding positively to my post. Someone told me to stick to making vids, pal. It's something I want. I think custom helmet liveries would be cool. You'd see them in the lobby. You'd see them in spectator cam. You'd see them in, base. When you're with a Copilot, that's the word. My brain stopped working for a second. All right, so we got all those, and then we'll just add the black material here. We're losing it somewhere. I don't know where. Why? Is the UV just fucked up? What the hell? The UV just might be fucked up, honestly. Because, like, yeah, look at all these gray spots are just like places where yeah, even with like the base thing on there, it's just not working. That's whack. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna export it like this. It doesn't look great. You think helmet liveries are going to be a given eventually because so many people asked for it? It's a no-brainer. That's what I'm saying. It's a super easy dub. Like, literally, this would be the UV map for like the main helmet, the one that you use in like the lobbies and everything. All you need to do is just be able to put stuff on here. And that's it. That's all you'd have to do. It'd be super easy. And I feel like you'd see it more than the aircraft liveries, you know? Anyway, I guess this is our final texture that's fucking borked. I don't know why the interior, maybe the interior isn't an editable part and it's editable. But there it is. Let's export the textures. AV42C Mimiaga exports. There we go. All right, that's the livery. The reason you're not talking is because you're grinding Terraria in the background. That's fine. You know, that's what I'm here for. I'm just here to kind of ramble while I'm working on this stuff. Do not feel obligated to chat, please. All right, let's Why is this named this? It's not what I named it. Oh my god. Typing. Okay. So we got that. We can get rid of this. Oh, nope, not that. We get rid of these. And where's my VTOL livery folder? Here we go. I made the Wasp yesterday. Here we go. I made this one yesterday, but I did not upload it. So we're going to upload both of those. I'm going to put copies of them in here. Here we go. We need to go back to VTOLs. We can quit that. VTOL VR, browse local files, and is it in here? Yes. Boom. There we go. I could edit these really easily by just pasting over, but we'll do that. We'll probably do that another time. I also am not sure that this blue matches that blue. No, this blue's definitely darker. Yeah, we might go through and remake all of them. All right, so we got the FA26 Mimiaga and the AV42C Mimiaga. So now we're gonna play this real quick and get those posted on the workshop. And then I need to head to bed soon because I work. I have to get up for work very early. I work very early shifts, but I get out at in the middle of the day, so that's kind of cool. Yes. I want to play VTOL again. I haven't played VTOL in them. Not a minute. I played it last week, but I'm just jonesing for it, you know. Alrighty, liveries. New livery. All right, this is going to be the FA26B Mimiaga. And we're gonna copy that because I'm going to put it here and here. It's going to be that. We are going to select the texture. FA26 Mimiaga. Boom, that looks pretty good. You gotta hop off, made plans with friends. Vipa, you have a wonderful rest of your day there. Thank you for stopping in. That looks great. Save. Upload to workshop. Public. Upload. There we go. It's that easy. Just do that for helmets. It's not that hard. Probably. AV42C. Mimiaga. Oh, I forgot to copy and paste that. That's an equals. Yep. There we go. Boop, boop. AV42C, select texture. AV42C. Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess those, while you can like fuck with them in the texture, you can't actually like mess with them because it looks like they're, or maybe you can. Yeah, they're recolored to black there. Or maybe that's just how that one is. I don't know. Whatever. Save. Upload to workshop. Upload. And with that, I believe I have a personal livery now for every aircraft. I misspelled this. Holy shit, I misspelled my own goddamn name. There we go. Save. I guess I have to reselect the texture too. There we go. Okay. Save. Upload. Upload. There we go. I fixed that. That was embarrassing. Okay. So we got AH-94, AV-42C, EF-24G, which the ailerons on that one's a little fucked up, but I don't think there's much I can do. This is an old one, but this is the new one. This one has my logo like under the fan, which is pretty cool. We got the FA-26. I got Perry the AH-94 and the T-55, which is honestly one of my favorites. Do I have the stripes on the correct side for all of these? I do. Good job, me. I centered them on here because there's no good way to put them on the articulating wing. But yes, the stripes are on the correct side for everything. Hell yeah. Love that. Alrighty. Beautiful. That, everybody, is going to be it for the stream. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you had a wonderful time. I certainly did. Probably going to be another stream maybe this weekend. Not sure. Next time we will play some games. We won't just like be doing some chores and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all I got. Take a look at the shrimp for a couple of minutes, and good night, everybody.